Okay. Here we are with the Tuesday crossword, August 4th, 2020, by Jacob Stolberg.
Jacob Stolberg. I can't really see the screen, so you're going to need to...
Edited by Schwill Warts.
Schwill Warts?
I think Jacob Stolberg is, he's related to Seth MacFarlane, who's the voice of Peter on The Family Guy.
I don't think so.
Yeah. Somebody should Google it. I'm not so sure. Yeah, right. So I'm on an adventure today.
Wait, hold on. Before you get to your adventure today, because I do want to hear about it. Marshall, can you just increase the size of your screen? Just like do Control Plus or Apple Plus?
Well, I'm not going to do that now. I've already started the capture.
Yeah, you really can't do it. There's not much space for it to go.
Okay. Okay. All right, so you went on a bike ride today. I want to hear about your bike ride because you did 25 miles today.
It was like 27.
And 27 miles and charted some new territory.
I was doing some recon.
Right.
See if we could take the trail all the way up to the Carquinez Strait in Martinez.
Right, okay.
Which, on the map, it looks like you can. But, in reality, when you get up there, those areas of trail are fenced off for whatever the reason. But I checked along all of it to see if there would be an opening I could sneak in. And I thought, well, you can't get in here, but maybe at the other end I could get in, and then I'd find an access point.
Right.
Yeah, so part of that had me riding my bike on the road that's not so nice. And then there's this one point where of all road names, you can actually turn on this road called Arthur. Arthur Road. Yeah.
Hey, girl.
And it looked kind of familiar because also the dumps up there that you know the transfer station. You know how much I love the transfer station reclamation area, and also the bird sanctuary, and probably the best taco truck that sells burritos is up there, along with a gun club. Yeah, and the train tracks. So, there's a whole fucking area up there that's kind of industrial. It's kind of neat.
Is that over there by the Marathon refinery that's now going out of business?
Yeah. The refinery's up there and everything. So as soon as I made the turn on Arthur Road, you cross under the overpass for 680, and it's like, as soon as you get to the other side of the tracks, it's like, it's a weird feeling. This neighborhood just feels a little weird.
So literally on the other side of the tracks.
Yeah, it's run down, like they've got cars on blocks in the front and everything. It just feels a little dilapidated, and it just my spidey sense is like kind of tingling. And then I remember being there before because I was up there trying to dump some garbage off in my dirt trailer, and I had so much crap I couldn't ride on the highway, so I was taking back roads, and I took the wrong one. I thought I could probably make it work, and I couldn't because you can't get through because this neighborhood is just sort of sealed off. The only way to get in or out of it is under the highway overpass.
Okay. Wait, hold on. Did you hold on?
You want to see the theme?
I do want to see the theme. What's the theme?
37 across, abandon. Or two words often seen next to the starts of 17, 27, 47, and 60 across. So what this means is...
all the yellow ones have something in common.
Yeah, the first word of each...
testes!
Of each of these yellow clues...
Yeah.
I think will be, bookended by two words that mean abandon. Or maybe at the start, or at the end.
Okay.
Right, but... we're paying attention to the first word of these yellow clues.
Okay. So, what's that clue?
Well, any idea what abandon is? There's an F and an S in it.
What is it?
Forsake.
Where are you? What number are you on?
In the center, 37 across.
And what is it?
Forsake.
What's the clue?
Abandon.
Oh, abandon. Abandon is the clue. Don't shake your head at me.
I think I got it.
Okay.
It's forsake because, there's for Pete's sake. Oops.
Oh.
where John Milton and John Oliver studied at Cambridge.
For crying out loud.
I don't think so.
Okay.
That's not where they studied. Is it? There's 1933 Erskine Caldwell novel about a wealth-obsessed farm family.
The Grapes of Wrath. I know, that's Steinbeck. I know.
Oh, this is Pete's Dragon, by the way.
Wealth obsessed farm family's got to be like, you know, southern states. Slave.
What year?
President
The
plantation.
Donald Trump of the Amish.
Well, wait. It could have been Gone with the Wind.
Yeah.
I don't know who
For
wrote that.
Gone's sake.
What?
But then for Gone's sake. Doesn't make any sense.
Oh, so it's got to have the word "sake" in it somewhere.
No, the first word, the phrase is going to be like, for blank's sake.
Like abandoned.
Like, for heaven's sake. Or for Pete's sake. You know, or for other people's sakes. Right?
What about chilled sake?
All right, go ahead with your story. Oh, now we're just going to be ignored.
Right. So I turn on to Arthur Road, and then you know I eyeball the RV park. Now already I'm like, okay, RV park, you know, who knows what's going on there? So I was like, I'll hit that on the back. You know, maybe I could make sure there's a couple exits. But there are none. There's only one way in and one way out of this little weird section.
Okay.
And so sure enough, man, I make the continued left down Arthur Road, and I'm heading towards the bird sanctuary. Okay, so I know where that is, and I think maybe I can get through that, and then I can make it to Waterfront Drive, you know, turn west, and I can get to downtown Martinez proper, and then from there, maybe I can find a way to get up on the bridge and cross it. Recon. So I'm riding, and then all of a sudden, like, out of nowhere, man, this, like, motorcycle gang of children, like, just comes up and, like, just, they got these dirt bikes.
Are they motorized? Dirt bikes?
Full-on gas engine dirt bikes, but they're small for little kids.
How many?
Well, I'd like to say there was, like, half a dozen, but there was only 2. I mean, I think the story would be better if there were 6. But it's gonna have to do with just the 2 of them.
And how old were they?
I mean, you know, I have kids and I know the ages, but I was thinking like, you know, I want to say like 8 and 10, but it was maybe the one kid was like 10 or 11, and then the other one was probably 12 or 13. But they weren't big; they were really tiny. But they were so skilled on these motorcycles, and they were, you know,
Okay.
kind of threatening and tough.
Were they wearing helmets?
They were wearing helmets, and the one kid had like a camera on his helmet.
Oh yeah, like a GoPro.
Yeah.
So you come across this
So I'm just
motorcycle
trying,
gang.
yeah, right. So I'm just like riding my bike topless, like I do.
Right.
I got it all,
Sun's
I
out,
got it all
guns out.
torn up, you know, my panniers and stuff, looking like a total chooch. And I go, you know, rolling through this neighborhood, and I'm kind of like looking around to see, like, you know, is there an access point to this canal trail? And then, you know, and I hear like, you know, these kids are just, you know, yeah, they got these like, yeah, these two-stroke motors on these things, these engines. It's like, you know, and they're revving them and stuff. And I'm going, oh, this looks like some trouble. And then, they're motioning at me and stuff, and I'm like, oh, I got a little tykes, you know, and they're like, and they come up and like escort me as I'm coming through the neighborhood. And they start like, you know, jawing at me like, do a wheelie. And I'm like, fuck, man, I don't want to do a wheelie, you know. I got the panniers on the back, and I mean, I got a bunch of water bottles in there to stay
Dude,
hydrated.
you're not cool enough to hang out with these kids.
No way, these kids were so fucking cool. And, you know, I'm definitely not cool enough to hang out with these kids, you know. I was, you know, I knew I could fucking take them. Like, I know I could toss a kid, you know. Like, I could pick a kid up and toss him pretty good distance. I've been doing push-ups during the quarantine, like, you know, 30 a day, so.
Really?
Yeah, I could pick up a kid and toss a kid. But, you know,
Do you think you could
I'm
punch a
pacifist.
kid 50 yards?
I couldn't punch him 50 yards.
Now that's what football baby needs.
A football baby.
Baby football.
You can punch a football
Where
baby.
you replace the football in football with a baby.
Yeah.
And then those big burly men tossing it around.
I mean, if you put a mask on the baby, I don't see why not.
Hey, one across, supporting timber and home construction.
Joyce.
Okay, I thought it was hoist before, but then mocking remark, that's jape.
I don't know what Jake means.
Right,
But I do
it's a
know-
mocking remark.
I do know what a joist is.
Popular sandwich for short. Nah, I thought it was
Sub?
BLT.
Oh, yeah.
11 across.
Sub sandwich.
Sub?
Yeah.
Okay, uneaten part of an entree may be 12 down. What you're saying is that this starts with
Bone.
a U?
A bone.
Right, okay, that makes sense. Okay, because I thought it was PB&J.
Ah, yes.
Cat calls a jeer. Suitable for framing. Photogenic. Bellicose deity.
Buddha.
That doesn't fit.
Ra, the sun god.
Nope.
What's bellicose mean?
Yeah.
Joyce?
Must be a religion. Or like a spirituality.
No, I think bellicose. You could use it like, there's a bellicose chap came in and ordered a taco.
What a fountain may provide. 25 down.
Water.
Coin.
Cola.
Coins. Change.
You just said taco, and it gave me the fountain
Cola.
soda.
That's what I do.
Cola. Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Supermodel Weck.
Don't know.
Oh. Okay.
What is this one? So-called City of 1,000.
Minarets. 25 across.
The hell's a minaret?
Yeah. Congo?
Congo.
But is that a city?
G.
Is that like is that like a dwarf version of Rhett Butler from Gone with the Wind?
Congo?
Congo? Who the fuck's talking about Congo?
Miniature.
Okay, John
Minarette.
Milton and John Oliver studied at Christ's College.
For Christ's sake. Okay.
I don't know
Yes.
who John Milton is.
Suffix meaning cell. 27 down. John Milton wrote Paradise Lost, right?
Don't know. I'm not a literary person.
John Oliver.
In that way.
Isn't that a little boy created by Charles Dickens?
John Oliver. We should get John Oliver on here to do the crossword with us.
Well, I tweeted at him, so I'm
Did
sure.
you?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm sure
so
it'll
he-
happen.
Did you ask John Oliver if he'd come on and do the crossword with us?
Yeah, but one of us has to have cancer and be 12.
The crossword?
That's pretty good.
John
There
Oliver
are
is
people dying in the street, and you're doing the crossword. Suffix meaning cell. 27 down.
cell is spelled like science cell.
Yeah, I think it's cos, like as in bellicose.
Do you think if M. Night Shyamalan did a adaptation of Oliver, there would be a twist? Oh, that's not
That's a good one.
That was a good one. All right.
Oh, 48 down?
48 down.
Brutus.
Enemy of Popeye? What did you say?
Brutus.
Brutus?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Brutus? That does not sound familiar to me at all.
Popeye and Brutus?
No, Popeye and
Are you thinking of Popeye's chicken?
Popeye olive oil.
Well, olive oil was
His love interest.
Yeah.
Then there were the goons.
There was the
The
hamburger
Goonies.
That was Wimbley. And then Brutus. But he was also called Bruto or Bluto. He was Bluto.
Bluto!
He was Bluto in like the early ones, and then he became Brutus.
Dude. Oh, is that what happened?
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the early ones. I used to wake up like extra early to watch them before school, black and white ones.
Cater.
They were
Nice.
legit.
10 down. Miniature golf course freebie is a pencil. Cairo,
Nice.
the so-called city of 1,000 minarets. I'll know that the next time I go.
To Cairo.
Oh, I guess maybe bellicose has something to do with like the sun? Maybe like I don't know, cause you know, oy vey.
All right. So what happened? You run into these kids
Yeah.
on this motorcycle gang of two.
Yeah, they literally like
Escorted
came
you
up
through.
and then they started interrogating me. Like, you live around here? And I'm like, no, I don't live around here. And they're like, I've never seen you around here before. And I was kind of thinking like, yeah, I thought we already covered that with the first question, you know. But I didn't want to like pop off to these little tykes because I didn't want to see their gnarly side,
Yeah.
you know.
Hold on, who said I've never seen you around here before?
The littlest one. He was like the leader.
How old? What's your estimate?
I mean, he
said-
could have been 8 or
and
10.
He said something like, I haven't seen you around here.
No, but it wasn't
What do you
like that.
know in
It was
this
way,
town?
it was way more. It was way more confident. I mean, these kids were fucking cool, you know.
Yeah,
And he's like,
well-
do a wheelie, and I'm like, okay, I'll do a wheelie, but you do one first, because I'm thinking like, you know, what's he gonna like do a little pop up or something? And then he's like revving the engine like a badass. He's like, da, 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 da. And he's like got the clutch in, and he's like, you know, working it. And he's like, what? He pops the fucking clutch out, and he pulls and holds a wheelie. He like rips a fucking badass wheelie for like 15 feet, drops it down, like skid turns, rolls it up on the curb, shoots back by the mailboxes, and comes back around on him again. I'm telling you, these little kids
Dude.
could ride.
You are the chooch of those concrete kids.
I was.
And they are
I
having
was.
their
I
own
was.
movie.
I was telling him, I'm like, listen, I'm an old man. I was like, so now I got the pressure, so I had to do a wheelie. So I ripped off a little wheelie. It wasn't a good one. I was kind of tentative. You know, I didn't want to go over because that bike doesn't
Yeah.
really well.
Oh.
It's not balanced, and I moved the seat back like 3/4 of an inch, and I had the panniers on.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, it's squirrely, you know. So, but yeah, I ripped a little wheelie, and then we were talking and stuff, and he's like, yeah, because I don't see you around here, and I'm like, you know, everybody around here, you know, and like these kids are just, you know, making sure like I wasn't a threat to their community. And I'm like, hey, how do I get into the trail? And he's like, you gotta go through the barbed wire. I'm like, the barbed wire? Where's that? And he's like, you gotta go straight down. I'm like, straight down over there? And he's like, you just keep going, go straight down there, and you see the barbed wire, you just go through it. And I was like, yeah? And he's like, I've seen people do it. I've never done it myself, but you could go through it. And I was like, okay, I'll go check it out, you know? It's like, you guys are fucking cool. And then they're like, rah, 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 and they're fucking ripping around. Yeah. Then they were gone.
I hope they don't come into our house, you know?
I
don't want them riding around, you know, circles in that cul-de-sac bothering us.
They should come. It would be
You
an
know, trying
honor,
to
man. They
intimidate us.
were little rippers. They were really, you know, quite adept at riding these. Their machines, you know. So then I went down.
I don't want them to shake me down, you know, for money.
They would definitely shake you down for money. Yeah.
By the
You
way,
need to be street smart.
the enemy of Popeye is Sea Hag. 48 down.
Shit, yeah. See, that's true.
And then, this is a theme answer.
Yeah.
Notorious cinematic flop of 1980? Heaven's Gate. 60 across. What is Heaven's Gate?
That was a flop.
Yeah.
What's it about?
Yeah, I don't know.
Some
I think your
bullshit.
dad and I even went to go see it in the movie theaters, and I still couldn't tell you.
You don't remember what
unfortunate.
we
It's like,
saw
it was
last
like
month.
hours. What was that?
You don't remember what we saw last month.
No, I don't.
I don't remember what you had for breakfast. There's a lot of notorious
Get 'em to the
cinematic
Greek.
flops of the 80s. Yeah, now Get Him to the Greek. Now that's a quality film.
All right.
One of Paul Rudd's finest. For the longest
That's
time,
not
I
right.
thought Jason Bateman was in it.
Oh, it was just a Jason Bateman Switchman?
Apparently.
Ooh, what was that show we were watching? Some Stephen King thing on HBO with starring Jason Bateman Switchthumb.
It's fucking awful.
Yeah.
Stephen King was better when he was blackout drunk. This is most of his good writing.
59 across. Word after electric or elevator.
Car?
Shaft.
Car makes sense. I was only thinking eel. Oops.
Elevator eel.
My man.
You get in an elevator with a bunch of eels, you know you're in trouble.
54 down. Cocky character in Fable.
Don't know. I think that's some sort of fowl or bird or...
What about that half horse, half penis character? He's
What
pretty
about
cocky.
The hair.
Oh.
Yeah, I guess
Okay,
so.
yeah, that's pretty good. What's this? My man? Bro.
Amen. 67 across. Yes.
That's TCBY,
TCBY.
the country's
Yeah.
best yogurt.
Actress,
TCB1.
actress Bera of 1970's Cleopatra.
1917? No idea.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's crazy.
Actress Polo of TV's The Fosters.
So, like, none of these names sound familiar to me.
Out of the words aren't even
These
making
are all
sense.
people we should have on the show.
Right. Absolutely. We should invite everybody who comes up as any still living person who comes up as a clue on the New York Times crossword puzzle as a guest on the show.
51 across the gymnasium.
I think that's great.
line.
So far we could have John Oliver in it.
Oh, 43 downs, ADHD.
Where? Condition that Adderall type for. In brief, ADHD. 43 down. Erskine, for God's sake, right?
Okay.
Would you say that?
Yeah.
And then we can go from there. God's little acre.
Sure.
What? Epicists?
Epeists.
What the hell's that?
It's a fencing category.
Oh,
in
yeah.
the Olympics.
Yeah. Wasn't there...
Although that might make some people angry to say that. I think there is like a distinction between like fencing and epee, but I don't know.
What are they gonna do? Hit you with their like fake swords? They got like tennis balls on the end of them. Like gonna like stab you with that?
Sight.
Let me tell you, these motorcycle gang kids were way more intimidating than any epiist.
Can I get your confirmation on this one? Suffix meaning cell. 27.
Oh yeah.
Sight.
Yeah.
Big finish. 28 down.
Erythrocyte.
Oh wait, is this the last thing? We're gonna finish on this clue?
No.
That's big finish? Harpo?
Oh!
Hard G.
I know.
Big.
44 across. I know what that is.
Golf for Michelle.
We.
I.
Oh, then it's 39 down as Reese.
Well, okay. E.
Theta.
Rhinoceros. Is that right?
For 29 down.
Is that how you spell rhinoceros with an E?
I don't know what. Rhinocero sounds like some sort of Mexican delight.
Just rhinoceros.
Rhino.
Oh.
How do you
it's
spell
rhinoceros.
rhinoceros, please?
Well, you said rhinoceros.
Yeah. It sounds like rhinoceros.
It's
it's like-
rhinoceros. Is that spelled correctly? It looks
Yeah.
like it is.
You
Okay.
just imagine like
I
a tortilla horn full of beans and chicken. I
This
mean,
is our
it'd be-
last one.
Okay. Actress Polo.
I think Terry.
Terry?
Terry.
Oh.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay.
All right, well, that was a good one. And if you enjoyed it as well, please smash that like button. And as always, subscribe for more updates like this because we're doing it daily. Daily crosswords. Posted to your YouTube and notified via the subscription service provided by the YouTubes.